Okay, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our training with Destiny Discover. Destiny was updated this past year, and it has a lot of new features today that I wanted to go over with you, just because there are a lot of new things that we haven't had in the past. The interface looks different. It provides a lot of different options that we did not have before. So I wanted to walk you through how to get there from the very beginning. So from our teacher toolbox, if you would go down and click on Follett, and select BF Brady School. If I go too fast and lose you, let me know.
I'm already lost.
You are? You got lost in teacher toolbox?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. Oh, no.
Did you get there?
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, if you notice, those of you that this is not your first year, if you notice, it looks different, doesn't it? This is not where the home page used to be. This is not what it used to look like last year. They actually just updated it this past fall. When a student goes to our school library online catalog to look up a book, this is now what they see. So without even logging in, students can go to this page and they can search. You notice here you've got the search feature. And over here you have ebooks, so we're going to get ebooks in just a minute. So children can come up here and search for a specific book by clicking right there on search. But most of the time, they're coming up to me and they're saying, Miss Kennedy, where are your scary books? Or where are your funny books? Well, you guys know our library is not arranged like a bookstore. I wish it was. That would make it so much easier for these children. I could just go say, here's the mysteries, here's the comedies, but our books are arranged by Dewey Decimal. And that means that our easy fiction and our fiction section are arranged by the author's last name. So they're in alphabetical order by the author's name. So your scary books will be all over the library. But this makes it easier for students when they do want to find scary books. They don't know the title and they don't know the author. They just know they want a scary book. So they can come down here now and just browse by topic. And I like these cute little icons like this Pac-Man for scary stories. If you'll click on that. Okay, they're going to first of all get a list of all the books. And we would want to click See All. Let me know if I lose you. Okay, and it will also tell them the status, whether the book's available by showing the N. It is available. Okay, so we have hundreds of those. Goosebumps, those are their favorite. Okay, scroll back up to the top. Okay, let's go back. Oh, one more thing I want to show you while we're here. Another, they can filter down the left side. The students, if they know that my teacher is going to be upset with me if I go back with a book that's outside my reading level, they can filter these by accelerated reader level. And that will, let's say they're in second grade here and they need like a 2.0 to 3.9. They can filter it now, and then they don't get hundreds of options that, you know, are out of their level. They just get those that apply to them. So this is a great option for our students. And it's one that I'm trying to teach them as we go, especially the younger ones. It's something new. And we are trying to teach as we go. But I figured if you guys had it in your classrooms, this is something y'all can use in advance. Like a lot of times you're doing units on fairy tales, like second grade. I got a second grade. They just finished a unit on fairy tales. So that would be a great way for you to introduce your children to how are we going to search the library for fairy tales. And you could bring this up in your room on your desktops or iPads and show the children how to access this tab and find the fairy tales. And that way when they get to the library, they're not always running up to me saying, where's your fairy tales, where's your Snow White? And you know, it makes it a little bit easier for them, and it gives them you know, responsibility themselves. They learn how to be responsible themselves. Okay, come back up to the home screen. You can always go back by hitting the house. Okay, next option right here, click on ebooks. Now this is an option that our students do not use very much. I don't know that it's been delivered, the instruction has been delivered to the children. This is just my third year, so a lot of the middle school students have not gotten training on how to use ebooks. Some of you may know how to use ebooks and you may have used them yourself, but one thing I want to do is inform students that they do exist and how to log in and use ebooks Cause some of them do have devices at home that they could access these books. You might be able to do it in class, most of you are gonna end up with some iPads in your room that you keep in your room at all times. It looks like maybe 5 or 6. And hopefully that would be enough for you to maybe do a classroom book and let 6 of them use devices at a time. Okay, and I will walk you through how to use the ebooks. You do have to log in to use these. Students do have logins, and their student login is actually their student ID number, and everyone's password at this time is ebooks. So their student ID number, that's their username, because after today you guys may want to use this with your students. Their student number is their ID, their username, and their password is all ebooks, all lowercase ebooks. And when they check out a book, when they click on it, you have to be logged in for that. When they do click on it and check it out, it'll let them have it for like 17 days. And at the end of that time, if they don't manually go check it in, it will automatically check back in for them. There are limited number of copies, just like with books on the shelf. We have to purchase these subscriptions, so there are limited number of copies. But at the end of the 17 days or whatever that cycle is, it will be turned back in. Okay. How about click home? And let's get you logged in now. Up here, all of that could be done by anyone, anywhere, near a computer. You don't have to be on the Duplin Schools Network. You can be anywhere and have access to this. It's an online public access catalog, so everyone has access to it without even having to log in. There are some other features though that you as a teacher have with your login. So click login. Your username is your 10-digit UID number. That's why I want you to bring it today. So if you will put that in. Okay, and your password is ebooks. Your 10-digit number, and then your password is ebooks. And let me know if you don't get in. You should see your name at the top. See, it says Marilyn. Did you get in? Did it let you?
Mm-hmm.
It worked super.
Oh, wait. So it won't fail.
Okay, I want to search for a topic. Let's say I'm about to do my weather unit, and I want to see everything available on tornadoes. Kids love tornadoes. So you want to take advantage of every resource that we have in the library, and every database, and every online book or ebook that we have, every video. This is where you go. So if I type in, if I want to do a search for tornado, y'all type it in too so you can follow along. Okay, first thing I'm going to get is a list of books. These are all the print materials in the library. If you want to see all of them, click on See All, and it'll give you the whole list. And again, you notice that you can come back and you can sort by the accelerated reader level or the interest level or your Qantas and Pinnell. You can sort that in any way. If you're teaching 3rd grade weather, you probably don't want a 7th grade book on tornadoes. Okay, so that would be all of the books. And if you go back, the next category here is all of the ebooks. So that might be useful to you, especially if you do end up with devices in your room, and you're going to get devices. But this next one is the part that lots of people don't know about, and this is really neat. Click on, these are the databases. Click on See All. You have a lot of information here. There are a lot of websites available for you to use through Destiny. Okay, we have WebPath Express, and I'm going to spend some more time on that in just a minute, but click on that, Show Resources under WebPath Express. See, I did my search for tornadoes already. Here are several websites that would be available for that subject matter. And you can click on one or two of these, take just 2 minutes or so, go click on one and see what they look like. Some of these are actual lesson plans, or links to lesson plans. Some of them even, and it depends, they're all formatted differently, but some of them even have your curriculum and your objectives already listed for you. Okay, do you see that? Go back out and try a couple of these. I just clicked on the first one. Here's Tornado Facts for Kids, Science Kids. So some of these are experiments, some of them are quizzes and games. So just projects, lessons, lots of resources right here at your fingertips that you can use for a unit on tornadoes. Okay, just click through a couple of those, see what you can find. Here's Easy Science for Kids. Some of them have video clips embedded in those. Okay, so you see how lots of databases are available with websites for you to use on your units. Things that you probably didn't even know were out there. Okay, another way you can filter this, look over to the left side and click on Source. Let's say I just want a video, because a lot of us have tried to use YouTube, and we've had some experiences in our classrooms. We're trying to use YouTube and pop-ups that pop up on the side of your screen, and yeah, I see some nodding their heads, yeah. So this is a safe way to access videos, educational videos, and not have to worry about these ads that are going to pop up and embarrass you while your principal's observing you. Okay, so I just sorted by see what I do. Format. I'm sorry. Let's go to format. Okay, you got animation, interactive, or even games. Kids love to play these educational games. Click on interactive. Here's a weather jigsaw. Let's see, I saw one while ago that was a tornado maker. So all these interactive, click on a few of these and just see how those look to you, how the interface is, and whether or not these would be age appropriate for your kids. And again, we could have changed and sorted by age appropriateness before we even did this search. So you got a lot. Some of them are animated, some of them are actual videos. Do you like any of these? Y'all aren't talking to me. You're afraid to be heard on video, aren't you? You're not talking to me. You like some of these?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, let's go back out to our searched. That was the databases. Okay, let's go into WebPath Express in a little more detail. This whole interface where we just opened was Destiny Discover. That is the new portion of Destiny that our kids are just getting used to using. But if you're more comfortable with the previous interface, if you'll click Exit at top right hand corner, this will look more familiar to you. Do you remember this? Okay. This will look more familiar. It's the same kinds of stuff, it's just in a little more compact format. It also allows you to use the tools a little bit better. To me, I like this format. If you'll look down the left side, if you'll click Library Search, you're back to our standard library, our standard catalog, where you're used to going and looking up a book. Most of you have used this before, I think. And you know that you can change the format up there as well. Okay. This right here takes you right back to Destiny Discover. That's where we were. Okay. Click down on WebPath Express. This is one of my favorite features.
Am I supposed?
You don't? Anybody else not have? Let's see. What would like it is you? Your kid. Anybody else have that?
I didn't have the WebPath Express button.
You didn't? Okay, click your exit. Let me see what you got that. Oh. Okay, you've got it. I wonder why. May need to go check your user your account for
I don't
images.
have that list of
Okay.
things on there.
Kelly didn't either, but Charity does. Okay, we can fix that, we'll have to go in and change your login. Hopefully we can fix that. Okay, Webpack Express is really good, so you need to have access to that, we'll fix that for you.
Neva Worley, you have a phone call. Neva Worley.
Welcome to public schools. Okay, this is like a Google search, which is where every kid wants to go. When you tell them to look up something, right now I'm doing biography research with 5th graders because they're doing their wax museum project. All they want to do is go to Google. That's their first choice, which opens a whole new can of worms on how to teach which websites are appropriate and which are not. This ensures that every website a child goes to is educational, it's appropriate, they're not gonna see anything they don't need to see or read anything they don't need to read. So this is a safe way for you to give the child an iPad and not feel worried about what they're gonna see on that device. Okay, I'm gonna type in tornadoes again. Enter. Okay. Instead of going to Google and typing in tornadoes and getting thousands and thousands of hits and then having to weed through those websites, if I use Webpack Express, I just get 100 or so hits, and they're good educational websites. I don't have to filter them. If you look over here to the right, it even tells you what they're age appropriate for, what grades. That's wonderful. Breaks it down for you. And you can see there's hundreds of websites here. Let's pick one. I found one PBIS kids that had your lesson plan for you and it had your objectives. So there are lots of these. Scroll through a few of them and open them up and see what you think. This is Tornado Facts for Kids. I want to open that one. Okay, there's free worksheets, there's games and quizzes, experiments. You got the grade level down the side where you can click it. You can tie it into reading, math, science. So it's kind of like they've done a lot of the work for you. So why not use these resources? Okay, let's go back up and go back to the main page where I selected tornadoes. If I wanted to change the format, let's say I need a video. I want a good video on tornadoes. I can change it to video, go down to the bottom and choose video, and I'll change, you gotta click get results for it to refresh. And then I get all kinds of videos, and it tells me their age appropriateness. I got K through 2, 3 through 5, all about tornadoes and why they happen. This is a lot better than YouTube. Okay, you know they're educational, you know they're safe, there's not gonna be any inappropriate material. And like I said, a lot of them come with lesson plans already embedded in them, and the resources are there for you to use. So scroll down into a few of those and open them and see what you think about these. Okay, here's another one, control a tornado, let me see what that looks like. Use the buttons above, set the final width and the speed, and then click go. So this is an interactive video where the kids can actually make their own tornado. That's kind of cool. Chasing tornadoes. Okay. This one says grades 6 through 12. Videos there. Okay. So sometimes you just need a quick little video that you can use to, drill a point home or to close up a unit. Kids love watching videos anyway, so this is just a good resource for you to use. Okay, again, go to digital resources. I'm going to show you one more thing about Safari Montage. Some of you have asked me about Safari Montage. That's another whole PD in itself, and it's one that I really think we need to do because there are so many tools in Safari Montage that you can use. I mean, you can search for videos like that, but then you can edit it. Like, let's say I just want the middle 3 minutes of this video. Well, I can queue it up, cut it, and you know, just make it be what you need it to be, to meet your needs. It's just a really awesome program, and I know you guys need PD on that, so we will do that. But I did want you to know that this is also new this year. Safari Montage has merged with Destiny. So when you go in here and do your searches, it's gonna go ahead and look up through the Safari Montage videos for you. They're all linked together. You don't have to go to a different, different source. So that's wonderful. The only thing, and I don't really understand why, I wish this was not the case, but when you put in tornadoes, it's gonna ask you to log into Safari Montage. Okay, it's gonna give me a list of these videos. Here they are. I've got several of them. Let's see. Here's 8 videos that Safari Montage has. So if I wanted to view one of those, Come a Tide, I'll click on that. Then I've got to log into Safari Montage. And like I said, that's another whole PD session that I'd like to do with you guys. So we'll schedule that. But all of you should have a Safari Montage username and password. If you don't, you can send me. You have one. It may be that I might need to go in and reset your password for you so you can access it. But like I said, you can take these videos and clip them and edit them and make them do what you want to be. So this is a great resource here. And I like the way that it is now embedded in our search, our Destiny catalog. Okay, keep going down to resource lists. See, you got all kinds of stuff you can use. Do you guys don't have as many as I do. Let me see your screen. Just because I've got an admin login. Okay, good. This next one is a resource list. If you are doing your lesson plans for your grade level, or maybe
Michelle Caraway, please dial extension 124. 124, thank you.
or you're working together on a unit to plan, and you want to share these with everyone in your grade level, you can create a resource list. So click on resource list. Does your name pop up? So I've created my personal list, and I've added a few things to it just so you can see. I'm doing this unit on tornadoes. So I have added the book, The Joplin Tornado, I Survived Joplin Tornado. If you click on websites right here, see up at the top, those are the library materials that I have added to my list. There are some websites I have found. The online Tornado Facts for Kids. So through that Web Path Express, I have linked it and put it into my resource list. Digital resources, I haven't added any, but those would be your ebooks. So you could go through and take ebooks. Any of that, Safari Montage videos, all of that can be put into your resource list, and you can call it Unit 3 Tornadoes. And everybody in your grade level is going to be able to see it, because you can share it with all them. So that's a really great tool. Let's go back out. I'll show you how I added it to my list. I'm going to go back out to our main search and do a search for tornadoes. I'm just going to find another book here, and I'm going to click right here in this box that says Add to List. Okay, and it's going to be, hopefully, in my resource list when I go back out to it. View my personal list. And see, I can change the name of it from my personal list. I can click Edit and change it to whatever I need it to be. There's my other book that I added to it. And then they're there.
Can you have multiple lists?
Yes,
Okay.
you could create multiple lists. You just change the names, do it for every unit that you teach, and it's there. It's always going to be there. Next year, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can add to it. You can polish it and make it better. It is awesome, isn't it? It really is.
The list that you already have in Safari Montage, is it linked to this?
I would think so. When they update it, I would think so.
Okay.
I'm not positive that's something we can look at together, but I would think so. Okay. Okay, and again, like I said, it's going to show all your resources, your digital resources, your websites. Okay, I know I threw a lot at you at one time. There's just a lot there. And like I said, I think it needs to be broken down into parts, like the Safari Montage part, the Web Path Explorer part, Web Path Express, I mean, the digital resources, all of that can be a part. There is a lot to it, and I don't mind at all spending time. I could do grade level meetings with you if I don't have your children at the time. You know, we could schedule a time that I could do some grade level meetings and help you create a resource list for a whole unit. Okay? All right, you have any questions? Y'all been a great audience. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.